Welcome to a few moments together on the Parsha. This Shabbos, we have the privilege of reading Parshas Tzav, and it also happens to be Shabbos Hagadol. Why is this Shabbos called Shabbos Hagadol? One answer is because the Haftorah that we read specially for Shabbos Hagadol says in the last pasuk, Hinei anochi sholech lechem es Eliyah Hanavi. Behold, I'm sending you Eliyah Hanavi, L'fnei bo yom Hashem, before the day of the coming of Hashem, Hagadol v'hanorah, the great. And so the last words saying the word Hagadol is called Shabbos Hagadol. Another conventional answer is that it's called Hagadol because there is a big Gadol speech, a Gadol drasha, really, where in the afternoon, Rabbanim throughout communities go and speak words of halacha and drasha on the upcoming Yom Tov of Pesach. So it's also called Gadol. The Gemara tells us that the Jews left Egypt on Thursday, and consequently, the taking of the Korban Pesach was on Shabbos, because the Korban Pesach had to be taken be'asor lachodesh hazeh, on the 10th day of the month, 4 days before it was slaughtered on Wednesday. And since they left on Thursday after the Korban Pesach was enjoyed at the Seder Wednesday night, and they left Thursday morning, so therefore the taking of the Avodah Zarah of the sheep was on Shabbos, and the Shabbos was a Gadol day because the Egyptians saw the Avodah Zarah being tied down, and there was nothing they could do, because Avodah Zarah is truly powerless and has no value. So there are a number of plain, ordinary reasons that are given for this. One of the interesting explanations by the Avud Raham and the Chizkuni and the Pri Chadash is that this was the first mitzvah that was given to the Jewish people. And as the Mayona Shel Torah explains, when someone becomes liable, responsible to fulfill the mitzvahs, they are a gadol, like someone who becomes bar mitzvah or bas mitzvah. They become a gadol, and consequently, this is called Shabbos Hagadol because we were given the mitzvah of taking the sheep, the Korban Pesach. Now, all of those, Ephraim has an interesting explanation, and he says, we know that our forefathers kept all the Torah as far as the Medrash is concerned, that they kept all the mitzvahs, but they were not commanded to do them. This taking of the Korban Pesach now was a command for the Jewish people to do. And we have a rule, as is brought down in the Masechta Kedushin, that Gadol mitzuvah va'oseh, mimisha eino mitzuvah va'oseh. The one who's commanded to do something is greater. And since this was our first command, we were Shabbos Hagadol. We were the ones who became fully responsible and Gadol because we were commanded to do that act, and so it's called Shabbos Hagadol. Chassam Sofer has an interesting explanation. He says that every Motzoi Shabbos we say V'hi Noam and V'ata Kadosh. V'hi Noam Hashem Elokeinu Aleinu U'Maaseh Yodeinu Konenu Aleinu U'Maaseh Yodeinu Konenehu, which refers to asking Hashem to help bless our handiwork, which we are going to be involved with all week long. And we say that every single Motzei Shabbos, as long as there's no Yom Tov coming in between the week. As long as we have 6 days of work, so the Shabbos of the past week loses its holiness to the work week. And when a full work week goes by, we ask Hashem for V'hi Noam and to bless our handiwork. But because the first year the Jewish people left Mitzrayim, they left on Thursday. Consequently, the holiness of Shabbos lasted throughout the week. It became a Shabbos Hagadol because the holiness of the Shabbos permeated all the days of the week until the Yom Tov of Pesach, when that Yom Tov came on Thursday, and consequently, whenever Yom Tov comes during the week, we don't say V'hinoam and Ata Kodosh. That year that they left Egypt, it was a Shabbos Hagadol, because the greatness of Shabbos permeated the week, and there was no need to say V'hinoam and Ata Kodosh. And even today, if we would have a Yom Tov during the week, we would not say V'hinoam, and that's because the Shabbos is a Shabbos Hagadol. There are a number of other answers, but let this suffice to give us an understanding of the upcoming beautiful Shabbos. It's a great opportunity. As our sages say, Mishchu ukechu lachem, withdraw your hands from Avodah Zarah, and the way to do that is by keeping the Shabbos and observing it and reveling in the beauty. And as some housewives say, in the middle of all this heavy work for the upcoming Yom Tov, you have a day in which you can rest. That's a Shabbos Hagadol. Have a wonderful Shabbos Hagadol.